Prince Harry introduced Meghan Markle to Princess Catherine in early 2017, and honestly, the initial meeting was already reportedly awkward. Meghan, born August 4th, 1981, is now 44 years old. Princess Catherine, born January 9th, 1982, is also 44 years old. They're literally just months apart in age. Harry, born September 15th, 1984, is 41. Harry and Meghan first met on a blind date in London in July 2016. Hello magazine reported that Harry introduced Meghan to William and Catherine shortly after William and Catherine's January 2017 New Year trip to Norway. A source told Us Weekly the meeting went well, but Meghan's later description in the Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan, released December 8th, 2022, was reportedly less rosy. Her exact words about the first Kensington Palace dinner: "Even when Will and Kate came over and I had met her for the first time, I came over for dinner, I remember I was in ripped jeans and I was barefoot. Like, I was a hugger, always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits."
I had met her for the first time. It's like I was a hugger, always been a hugger. I didn't realize that is really jarring for a lot of Brits.
Catherine's uncle Gary Goldsmith reportedly disputed this, saying, "Kate's a hugger, awkward from the start." Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine were briefly presented as part of the royal Fab Four during 2017 and 2018, and for a brief moment, the future looked bright. Prince Harry and Meghan announced their engagement on November 27, 2017. During the BBC engagement interview, Meghan warmly described Catherine as wonderful. The two couples appeared together at Sandringham's Christmas Day church service in December 2017. That was reportedly the peak of the public warmth. Then came the massive public high point. On February 28, 2018, all four of them appeared together at the inaugural Royal Foundation Forum in London. This was literally the Fab Four's first and only joint panel appearance ever. The four sat side by side, discussing their charitable work and future royal duties. Media at the time gushed about it, describing Meghan as fitting in beautifully and displaying an easy relationship with her future in-laws, particularly Kate. Everyone was reportedly convinced Meghan and Catherine would become genuine friends. The optics were fantastic. Behind the scenes, sources have since reported the relationship was already more formal colleagues than actual friends. But at that public moment, everyone still believed in the Fab Four, peak royal power couple energy from both. Princess Catherine reportedly making Meghan Markle cry over bridesmaid dresses days before Meghan's May 2018 wedding is honestly the single biggest documented flashpoint between them. The dispute was about Princess Charlotte's flower girl dress fitting for the May 19th, 2018 wedding. In November 2018, the Daily Telegraph's Camilla Tominey first reported Kate was left in tears following a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Princess Charlotte. The Sun then ran with the blunt "Meghan made Kate cry" framing. That version dominated for years. Then, in the March 7th, 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview, Meghan completely reversed the narrative. Her exact quote: "The reverse happened." Meghan said Catherine had actually made her cry, and that Catherine had owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing.
She owned it, and she apologized, and she brought me flowers and a note apologizing.
Meghan declined to give more details. She also said everybody in the institution knew it wasn't true, that she had made Catherine cry. Harry backed this up in his January 2023 memoir, Spare. He wrote that Catherine later acknowledged, "I know, Meghan, that I was the one who made you cry." The tailor, Ajay Mirpuri, who altered the dresses, told the Daily Mail that no one cried in front of him. Different versions. Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine's royal households officially splitting apart in early 2019 was reportedly the first physical sign that the Fab Four era was over. Harry and Meghan moved from Kensington Palace, where they lived near William and Catherine, to Frogmore Cottage in Windsor. They also officially separated their charitable foundation from William and Catherine's foundation. Palace officials publicly framed the moves as logistical, saying it was normal for growing royal households to formalize their operations. But other reporting cited growing tension as the real reason. Meghan and Catherine were reportedly barely speaking by this point. Then in July 2019, Catherine, Meghan, and Pippa Middleton had a Wimbledon outing together that was publicly framed as a friendly girls' day. Cute optics on paper. But Meghan later told Oprah the outing was nothing like what it looks like. That kind of quote from Meghan herself is reportedly damning. Then, in October 2018, Jason Knauf, then communications secretary to the Sussexes, submitted a complaint alleging Meghan had bullied staff. This surfaced publicly in The Times in March 2021. Meghan's lawyers denied the allegations. Buckingham Palace commissioned an investigation. The findings were completed, but never publicly released. Everything was crumbling behind the scenes. Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine had their last joint public royal appearance on March 9, 2020, and the tension was reportedly obvious to everyone watching. The event was the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. It was just weeks after Harry and Meghan had officially announced they were stepping back as senior members of the royal family on January 8, 2020, which the media quickly dubbed Megxit. The Sandringham Summit happened on January 13, 2020, gathering Queen Elizabeth II, Charles, William, and Harry to figure out the exit terms. Then, on January 18, 2020, the family officially announced that Harry and Meghan would no longer be working royals, effective March 31, 2020. So the March 9, 2020 Commonwealth Day service was reportedly Meghan and Catherine's final public moment together as royal in-laws. Contemporary reporting described the atmosphere between the two couples as visibly cool. Later, royal biographer Robert Jobson wrote that Catherine actually found a subsequent joint walkabout after Queen Elizabeth II's death one of the hardest things she'd ever had to do. Brutal quote from a royal biographer. That March 2024 appearance really was the end of the Fab Four era. Harry Markle attending King Charles's coronation alone in May 2023 and Meghan Markle staying home in California was reportedly the biggest public confirmation of just how bad things had gotten between the two families. King Charles III's coronation was held on May 6, 2023. Harry attended alone. Meghan remained in California with son Archie, whose 4th birthday actually fell on the same day, and daughter Lilibet. Buckingham Palace issued an official statement in April 2023 confirming Meghan would not attend. Then Harry sat in the 3rd row at the coronation, seated between Jack Brooksbank and Princess Alexandra. That's reportedly among non-working royals, not with the working royal family. Brutal seating chart. Harry did not appear on the Buckingham Palace balcony afterwards with the working royals. He also flew home to California very shortly after the ceremony ended. Then in March 2024, Princess Catherine publicly revealed her cancer diagnosis. Harry and Meghan issued a public message wishing health and healing, but sources later confirmed the Sussexes actually learned about Catherine's diagnosis from watching the TV broadcast at the same time as the rest of the public. A family source told People there is clearly no trust. Devastating detail. Meghan Markle and Princess Catherine remain reportedly fully estranged in 2026, and honestly, nothing suggests any reconciliation is coming. Harry told the BBC on May 2nd, 2025, after losing his UK security appeal, "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious."
I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore.
But there's been zero reciprocal public statement from Catherine or William. Prince Harry did meet privately with King Charles for a 54-minute tea at Clarence House on September 10th, 2025. That was their first face-to-face since February 2024. But that meeting did not involve William, Catherine, or Meghan. Harry told reporters only that his father was doing great. Multiple 2025 and 2026 tabloid olive branch and reconciliation stories have circulated, but every single one has been anonymously sourced and unverified. One reported source described Catherine still having some lingering resentment and said she doesn't fully trust Meghan and isn't looking to become close friends. Catherine announced her cancer was in remission in January 2025. She has resumed a deliberately lower volume royal schedule. Meghan runs her As Ever lifestyle brand from California. They are two women in completely separate worlds. The Fab Four era is honestly permanently over.